It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
It's 2 for 1 night at the bingo hall.
Bingo!
No. It's Dynamite at the dog, baby.
I think it's time to hit it.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. Tell me all your information.
Clear for takeoff.
That's all systems go. We need that AFW logo up. Stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
Yeah, kaboom! It is Wednesday night. We are moments, days away, if you will, from their WrestleMania, as far as I'm concerned. Talking about All In.
But JP, does
Yes?
anyone, any podcast of our magnitude have better graphics than us?
No. And if they do,
Not
they
one.
steal it from us.
Not a one.
I mean, everyone steals our T-shirts designs. Might as well steal the graphics designs.
No,
as well.
no. We don't need that too.
Oh, I can smell another cease and desist coming sooner than later. Anyways, I am, of course, one of your many hosts.
Hey, JFB, are we supposed to keep those? Because I've been throwing them away.
The cease and desist? Oh, yeah, you should keep them. Yeah. Our law firm.
Oh, the legal's not going to be happy with me then.
Oh, no. The lawyers of We Cheatham and How.
Oh, boy.
Well,
By the
Dolly
way,
works
we
in
love
the
our
office, so
AFW
she knows
network
what's going on here.
overlords.
She can smooth it over for you.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'll sleep off.
There you go. Taking one for the network. Anyways, lights, camera. It's the JFB. James from Boston.
And I'm, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada effing Dry, damn it. And I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend, Bad Take K. That guy's got the worst takes ever.
Horrible. Absolutely horrendous. The girl that's right there. She's the only girl in the entire group. We're now 70-something% less weighing. We are joined by the incredible, the amazing Dollywood.
Dare I say, the first lady of AFW.
Yeah, she is the first lady.
Damn straight.
That is an indisputable fact.
Yes. Regardless of who may come forward and say they are the AFW network, our bosses, will in fact dispatch
Look,
Caleb Bain.
I'm the EVP. I can speak on their behalf.
Yeah.
It's already a done deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I've
is.
got the tramp stamp to prove it.
Damn! I would not expect such a Southern belle as yourself to say something like that, Dollywood.
I promise it's a joke.
You've
I'm
never
trash,
led
I'm not
this
that trash.
discussion.
Right next to her is a guy who, well, let's just say is probably one of the coolest freaking guys in all of the AFW universe. That goes by the name of Rich. We're talking about Lord Ryan Rich.
Woo! My second favorite Boilermaker. Woo!
Right, boiler up. Woo! Got me feeling like Ric Flair. I am Lord Ryan Rich, and I have a new puppy.
I saw. I love your puppy. It's so cute.
She's a very cute little precious baby. So I'm extremely happy about that and happy to be here with you fine folks this evening.
Do you have the beers tonight?
No beers tonight.
Ooh, interessante. The guy right to my right, that guy right there, he's evil. He's very evil. We know he's evil.
Am I? I mean, it's all about perspective, you know.
I mean, according to
To some.
our HR department has given you the task of, well, dispatching of any people that we've deemed necessary. So, I mean, Black Ops, whatever. Anyways, it's Joe. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic tonight.
We got a lot of people in the chat. Matt's there. Noob is here. Ayaka. Caleb is here. Man, we got the whole gang here.
Oh, look at this. We got
Hey.
Isaac. Isaac's isn't around.
Mr. Isaac is here. Good evening, lady and gentlemen.
Tiffany's evil, not Joe, for F's sakes.
Oh. All right.
What is up, Mr. Isaacs?
So, anyways, we are, like I said before, we are just days away from All In at Wembley Stadium. This is the go-home show. Screw Collision. Collision is not the go-home show, especially when your main event is going to be the trios of like random wrestlers thrown together, and then they're going to be the fourth on the ladder match. This is the go-home show.
So, JFB, before we start on
Yes.
talking about wrestling,
Yeah.
we have a little sing-off that we have to take care of.
We do.
We're gonna show Matt singing "Real American," and then we're gonna show Shane singing "I'm a Real Canadian."
Oh, good.
Right? And then we're gonna vote to see who we vote for on this sing-off.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. First, we got Matt.
I'm a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for your rights. Fight for your rights. Yeah.
I like the little yeah at the end.
He got high. Like
Called
Celine
the best.
Dion high.
Dollywood is not liking this.
No.
No, you know why? Because that's what happens when brothers and sisters kiss each other.
Oh.
What the shit, bro?
He was singing with a whisper as if he filmed this like at 1 a.m. Like
He should have been embarrassed. That's why.
Oh, tough crowd.
woo!
All right, now we got Shane in the bathroom stall
Oh, good
Oh,
lord.
Jesus
singing.
Christ.
singing "I'm a Real Canadian."
I'm a real Canadian. Fight for the rights of every man. I'm a real Canadian. Fight for your rights. Fight for your life.
Y'all
Okay.
know he gets made fun of at work, right? Like,
The
Okay.
overalls.
Can I please have the floor real quick?
Well, go ahead.
I'd like to apologize for what I suggested just now. I'm sorry that we had to witness
This was
that.
your idea.
I know. That's why I'm apologizing. I am owning
All
it.
right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my vote on Matt.
Okay.
All right, where'd your vote, JFB?
I'll by this. Dolly, who are you going with?
I don't think that death is an option. So I guess even though he assaulted me by unbuttoning his shirt, I'll still go with Shane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord Ryan Rich.
It's tied 1-1.
Okay, I'm going to come at this from a technical standpoint. I did not enjoy the way that the hillbilly sang an octave under the rhythm beat there. At least Matt had the fucking courage to go up there high and get it. He's a real American. I vote for Matt.
Okay.
So we're at what? 2 for Matt, 1 for Shane.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, my vote's for Shane, so I'm not JFP who wins.
Why is your vote for Shane?
It was
be a
better,
contrarian.
not by much, but it was better.
Not by much. Okay, JFB, we got a tie. It's coming down.
It'd be like Simon Cowell.
It's coming down to the Booker man.
You'll disappoint me. I mean, the whispering kind of freaked me out a little bit. I feel like, he was whispering because he wasn't in his house. He was in someone else's house getting ready to murder him.
Also, Diamond says, I vote for Matt. Fuck Shane.
Yeah, fuck Shane. I'm going with Shane.
Oh, so Shane Edge is out the victory. Congratulations.
Appeal. I mean, alone.
Oh,
open.
Also, Timo's mad.
Well, you know what? I'll take care of him when I wrestle him next week.
No shame.
Yeah, we're going to a Mexican bingo hall. We'll wrestle in front of like 5
Do they exist? I thought they just had like strip clubs and donkey shows down there.
Know what? Let me say this. You know what? The fact that hillbilly edged out the competition is very typical because edging is about as far as that man gets in a sexual relationship. What?
Oh! Matt B thinks this is rigged.
I will just say, if you do not know what a donkey show is, don't Google it, please.
Ooh.
Do not even bring that up.
Who's seen one live?
I have not.
Listen. We're getting our first check from YouTube, so don't be ruining that.
You're going to ask for that money back, sir.
We love you, network overlords.
Even though we still showed those videos, we still love y'all.
Yeah.
What the hell's a donkey show?
No.
Hey, make sure you put
It's going
Tijuana
to
in there.
ruin you for life, Dollywood. Don't do it.
Just put Tijuana in there.
No, do not look at this. Listen, your Christian mind cannot handle this.
Yeah. Let it
Y'all
sink
are,
in,
why
baby
the hell
doll.
have you seen that?
I told you not to.
Well, first off, I've never seen it, but I am a Marine and I know guys who've gone across the border on a drunken weekend. So,
DJ, baby.
I'm married to someone from across the border, kind of. And
You have some questions to ask this man.
but I don't think he's not from Tijuana, right?
No, he's from
You're
LA,
good.
but his whole family.
What are your countrymen doing?
I miss the Dollywood that would come on here all tipsy.
All I gotta say is this: we all need to get Jesus, and thank God we have Baby Billy.
It's time for Bible bumpers, everyone.
There he is.
Oh, you actually have a real live cutout of Baby Billy.
I know. How can
There he
Is there a new season coming up of this show coming up
Next
What's
year.
They're
going on?
filming it.
Yeah, they're filming it right now, so probably end of the
Nothing
year.
like the Righteous Gemstones. That is the funniest show on TV right now.
Very funny.
Anyways, you want to know something? I watched Jackpot on Prime with John Cena and Aquafina. Hilarious.
It's good.
Absolutely one of the funniest movies I've seen this year. I mean, it was hilarious. John Cena has impeccable comedic timing. I mean,
Yes, he does.
you can't teach that. You can't.
Now, I think Mr. Isaac is speaking about the donkey shows.
Oh, yeah. Works too.
He
The
is.
whole final 10 minutes is nothing but
Yeah.
a donkey show.
Inside the restaurant.
And we have
What's
Tiffany Trim joining us,
Hey, Tiffany.
Whoa.
the one who calls EVP evil.
Yeah. So we start with Tony Schiavone in the ring. God, I love Tony Schiavone. Out comes Britt Baker. Then we get Monet for the contract signing. Obviously, this is a running thing. The stipulation is no physicality. What do I say? Boo! It's a ripoff. I want to see two women beat the hell out of each other and not have to go to Mexico. Anyways, she talks about how Mercedes Moné is not the end all be all of professional wrestling for women. I hate to say it, but there were a vast many wrestlers before and after you came on that are better than you are. Britt Baker actually is one of those wrestlers. But Britt talks about how she fell in love with wrestling and she was her role model. And instead of going after Monet, she goes after Camille, hits her in the head with a microphone. We get the contract signing. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the opening segment?
This was a good segment to start the show. It started it off hot.
Yeah.
Camille, Mercedes Monet didn't have much to say.
No.
But I like that. Keep it short and sweet. That flying cross body onto the chair looked like it hurt.
Oh, yeah.
It looked awkward as F. So, yeah, I thought it was a great segment to start the show. And let me just say this. That crowd in Cardiff was hot.
Oh, yeah.
White
They
hot.
could have booked this in a bigger arena because that place was sold out like that.
Yeah. And that crowd was just in it to win it. Like,
Yeah, and I don't know if it's in Cardiff in specific, but I found out through some genealogy stuff that the Southwood side of my family originated from Wales, I guess.
oh,
Oh,
So that's like my countrymen up there.
oh. It's funny because my ancestors used to hunt whales. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, weren't you guys from Hartford? The Hartford Whalers?
Dolly, what did you think of the opening salvo?
the evening was amazing. What more could you ask for between Mercedes Monet and DMD? I think that talking is, with as wonderful as Britt Baker is, talking is what both of them do best.
Yeah.
Even with the teeth that Mercedes Monet has, she still does okay talking. I think that it couldn't have gone better. I think that it was just perfect. Getting out of the ring just a little bit with a little bit of physicality was perfect. It was really the build-up that we need for Sunday.
Dollywood, I have this issue where I start to mimic accents because I love them so much. And I love your accent. I could see us like hanging out, and by the end of that, I'm talking like y'all, and just like I'm like we're all that country and all that shit.
Oh, bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Lucky for you, I don't have an accent. So
There you go.
this is how you're supposed to talk.
Yeah, I'll talk like this all I want, man.
Lord Ryan Rich, your thoughts on the opening?
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I think that actually Monet did better on the mic than what she has been doing.
Great to see Dollywood again. Honestly, Dollywood should be on the show every week.
Y'all are so sweet.
Yeah. Monet sounded she made sense. It all went together. It did well. And then I think that Baker did a good job, and she got like those digs under there, and she's like, I love the line. She was like, you were one of four, but I'm one of one.
Yeah.
Like referring to her 4 horsewomen days and everything. And I was like, oh, should I drop the mic on now, mother truckers? Woo, 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 woo. So, I'm a big DMD mark. I almost wore my DMD shirt on here tonight just because of her. But that was pretty fun.
There you go. EVP Joe.
We got a comment from El Showtime. Hey, Japanese girls, would you let Shane move in? Because I think Canada should deport him to Japan.
So much for Canada being this all nice and encompassing and welcoming country.
Well, Showtime was a bit of an ass, okay?
And we're not really sure if he's actually technically Canadian. It could be he's just wearing a Canadian mask.
I don't know if he's like Mexican or Japanese or what he is.
Well,
no. He's like just him. He's just
he is cousins with Scott the Giant Dick from South Park, correct?
Yes. I think you are correct.
Also Canadian. So yeah, that's some bad apples over there as the Canadian.
Oh, and then he's like, I think we should report Rich
Oh,
to
those are bad seats there, don't you know?
Joe, what are your thoughts on the opener?
Yeah, I thought this was a good way to open the show, considering how many like face-to-face things they had. They did a really good job of spreading them out tonight, which is good compared to past weeks where they're just like boom, 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 all in a row.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Britt was really good on the mic. I mean, besides, I tend to disagree with Lord Ryan Rich on the one of one because when she first started, she sucked. She wasn't good. She wasn't even the first champion. I mean, has she come into that role? Absolutely. But I just wish Mercedes would have talked about that, threw back in her face, just add a little more heat to it. But other than that, I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. I don't think it is at all. I think Britt is going to shit the bed, and it's going to be a disappointment.
Don't take this personally, but you get an idea about someone and you won't let it go.
Listen, we saw Britt last time, and she didn't look good last time she was in the ring.
It was her first match in 18 months, man. Give her a break.
Yeah, well, we better see her before then, or
she was just
your second match is going to be a lot better.
She was on Collision last week, and she looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Renee's in the back. She's with Chris Jericho. Jericho proceeds to call it Cardiff, England. There's no better way to piss off a Welshman or a Welsh woman than by saying they're part of England. Yes, they are part of the United Kingdom, but they're actually not in England. Okay, now that we got that settled, he keeps remarking about how he anything like the Dynamite Kid. We get out to the first match of the night. It is Jericho. It is Tommy Billington, otherwise known as the Dynamite Kid. I kept thinking at some point Hook's going to run in and is going to interfere in the match. It was not happening. It just wasn't there. Dynamite Kid looked fantastic. For somebody who's, he's only 2-3 years in the business. I think he's doing fantastic. I think he looks really good. I think we're going to see big things from him. Great technical start. Finally, Jericho calls out Hook. Here comes Hook, and I think he's a wannabe thug pirate, like Somali pirates. And then there's I listen to Wu-Tang Clan, and I wear an eye patch. Word. Canada Dry, first match of the night.
I was entertained by this mainly because of Tommy Billington. This guy's got a bright future.
Yeah.
In the world of professional wrestling. I don't know if you guys you probably all heard it by now, the story that he went to Bret Hart after his AEW debut, and he wasn't sure if he was going to keep going by the Dynamite Kid name, and Bret said, "You have to."
Yeah,
you have to. And when Bret tells you you have to, you pretty much have to.
Tommy.
Yeah. So I love this match, and Dynamite Kid has got he's got a bright future. And Jericho with the little trick, pulling out, getting Hook to come out there, and then backstabbing him with the big red oak.
Yep.
That was Britt. There's some comeuppance, and I hope that this match at All In lives up to this long story.
Yeah, Dolly.
Oh, Dolly. Sorry, I thought you said
That's you.
Ronnie,
That's
and
you.
I was like, who the hell is Ronnie?
My imaginary friend that lives.
Ronnie.
Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse is waiting backstage.
Okay. So I didn't watch this whole match. I'll be honest with you. I started Dynamite late, and I knew I was going to be on this, so I fast forwarded a little bit through this match. Seemed like it was longer than I was expecting it to be, just by how long I had to fast forward through it. But I'm sure it was great. There are a few things better than the learning tree.
All right, Rich.
Trip says, I like this match a lot. Tommy looked incredible. I liked him since before AW. He's been wrestling since 2018.
Okay, so he's got a few years under his belt. Lord Ryan Rich, you've been wrestling since 2015.
Yeah, plus some. But I thought that Tommy looked great out there, and I thought that Jericho put him over and made him look good as well. And I'll say one thing. Tommy Billington has got a wonderful resting bitch face.
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic. He just like looks like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna mess you up a little bit, eh? I mean, I was like, this is a bad dude right here. Like, I don't want to meet him in the back alley after a couple pints in the pub.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a good match. I enjoyed it.
All right. Joe.
Yeah, this was a great match. Like, I enjoy watching Tommy Billington wrestle. Like, I'm glad that he's in AEW because he didn't know what to do. Like, I imagine he probably talked to Brett too, but I know Dax told him after they had their match, he was like, he got the contract offer. He was like, you need to come here.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, I think he made the right decision.
Okay. So we get to the second match of the night. Tony Storm taking on Saraya. Here's a couple of my notes. I thought it was very weird that they used Saraya not getting her rematch almost a year to the day as a reason why she's facing Tony Storm. It would have made more sense if you just gave Tony Storm anybody, had her wrestle, and then have Mariah May come out. It didn't make sense, Saraya being in the ring.
She's in England, JFB.
Doesn't matter.
It is. She's wrestling royalty in England.
This is how I like.
This is like saying Bret Hart shouldn't be on the card in Canada.
They shouldn't.
No,
He can't wrestle anymore.
He's not on the Calgary card. He can be on any other card.
This is how I look at it. This is their first show in Cardiff, Wales.
Yeah.
It's the go-home show. You got to give this crowd something or you're just going to anger them to all hell.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
And
Let Paige, the girl next door, have a title match.
Yeah.
This
So,
is the thought process that I had with it, though. It's like a good heel is going to keep every opportunity in their back pocket from 25 years ago if they can.
Yeah.
Like, you remember I beat you on that shrimp boat in 93 and you said you give me a match? I'm cashing in right
You weren't going to bring that up. You told me you wouldn't bring that up.
It's out there now.
The shrimp boat match. You got to throw that in my face again.
I saw it on Wikipedia. I thought you leaked it.
I was hoping for a more unstable Tony Storm. I'm hoping that that's the Tony Storm we get when she comes out against Mariah May at All In. Smeared makeup, just crazy looking. That's I think what we need, because then it gives us the ability to write her off of TV for a month and then have her come back while Mariah May is your champ. Saraya fell for the old leg between the legs trick multiple times, like Three Stooges shenanigans. If you just watched the Stooges, you would know that was going to happen.
You got to go like this when they go like this. That's a
yeah. I mean, it was a decent tune-up for Tony. It is essentially what it was. The get her a tune-up for her match against Mariah May. Of course, Mariah May comes out, clubs her with the shoe, cuddles her, and then squirms on the floor on the mat. Let's go with Dollywood first.
Okay. All right. I have to get on my feminist soapbox for a second about this because I'm so sick of seeing everybody kissing each other. Women have worked so hard in professional wrestling to be taken seriously, and they're just slapping them in the face. All of the women that have come before you that had to go through all these lingerie matches and all this garbage so that they can be taken seriously, y'all are slapping them in the face. I hate it. Love Tony Storm so much. You're so much better than this. As far as the match itself goes, it was weird. I don't feel like there was enough lead up to it. Like, this is a big deal. It's Saraya versus Tony Storm in England. This is a big deal. I wish there would have been more to it, but overall, good match. Exactly what we were expecting. Of course, Tony Storm's going to win. Of course, Mariah May is going to come in. But can we stop kissing each other?
Well, there goes my plans.
You're gonna kiss.
Listen, we're not going to talk about it.
Okay, all
Hollywood
right.
doesn't want it.
Lord Ryan Rich.
Well, I would like to counter her feminist point with another feminist point. As a matter of fact, if you look at every single person involved, Mina, Harley Cameron, Soraya, Tony Storm, Mariah May, none of those 5 women are American. And in the European and other cultures, it's quite common for women to kiss each other, so it's not that big of a deal. So I think it's a bit of an overreaction from Dollywood on that part, because I think that the fact that they're doing these shows and getting the spotlight is showing how far the women have come in wrestling. As far as the match, I think that it was a good match, and I thought that it was good to get Soraya action in England, or in the United Kingdom. Apologies, Welsh. It was what I was expected to be. It was a little bit more comedy than I thought it was going to be, but I thought it was fun. And Dolly, if you want to respond to what I have to say, then I understand that as well.
Okay.
I just think that it doesn't like. I just expect more out of them than that. Obviously, sex sells. Obviously, this is really hot to a lot of people, and I'm not saying it's not saying that at all. These women are also not only not American, a lot of them are in the LGBTQ plus community, and that's amazing. Yeah. By all means, y'all broadcast it all you want to. However, when you're doing that in order to get clicks and to get reactions and to get fans, I think that it is a little yuck. I don't think that there are other women, like I just don't ever see somebody as powerful in the business as Britt Baker or Becky Lynch doing that.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I kind of agree with Dollywood. I think that if you're not seeing Chris Jericho going around kissing guys, you don't see these other wrestlers kissing other guys, why should women be doing it?
Yeah.
I made the same point in my own living room that Max Caster's not out here kissing people.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, like there was a story that came out today. Why am I drawing? Mariah May was like that 3-way quick kiss between her, Mina, and Tony. It wasn't planned. It just happened on the spot. So it's not like someone's back there telling them to do this. Now tonight may have been, but sometimes it's just in the moment what they feel.
Well, I don't think blaming AEW is where it's at. I just think the women need to take a step forward and give some thought to how they're going to get the clicks.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. There's a lot of creeps that like wrestling. I don't think that's a secret. I don't think that's a hot
100%.
I don't think that's a hot take for me to say that. There's a lot of creeps that like wrestling. And a couple weeks ago when I was at the show in Greenville, there is a kid in front of me that could not have been more than 10, 12 years old. And he was heckling Mercedes Moné, like calling her sexy, saying, "Oh God, bend over," and like took a picture of her butt. And that's so disgusting. These women are already hypersexualized. We don't have to do anything else about it.
Yeah, if you remember the Sky Blue incident, like, come on.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we can do a really good show without that.
Yeah, where Sky Blue went off all sad because the heckler.
Yeah. All right, go.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch with any of the political stuff. I'm just going to say, I think this may be Soraya's best match in AEW. I can't think of a better one.
Okay.
And that moment where you're talking about the Three Stooge stuff, like that just screams World of Sport to me. And they talked about it on.
Yeah, they mentioned it.
I've never seen it, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, this has to be a World of Sport thing because nowhere else in the world do they do anything like this, where you're implementing Stooge like wrestling moves into their match. So, but yeah, enjoyed the match.
Yeah, I also agree with you. I don't know if it's her best match, but Soraya looked good. Like she was wrestling. I don't know if she's injured or what, but she looked good tonight.
Yeah.
I hope, like they just talked that her contract is coming to an end. So I hope that she's able to still be part of that main event scene and still wrestle But I don't know what's going on with her wrestling, so we'll see.
Yeah. We go to Renee in the back. She's with the conglomeration in Willow. The word of the day is proliferation. Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah. And Kyle O'Reilly does a horrible British accent. I think we can move on unless somebody anything really intriguing to say about this segment.
It's just they're always fun.
I have
That's
one
all.
thing to say. I don't think that Kyle O'Reilly even has to check bags even when he goes overseas, because he just wears those green shorts and that one shirt and his little ankle socks all the time.
Yep.
So good for him for being a light packer.
They're like,
Just that smile on Kyle O'Reilly's face.
Feel good. Green shorts guys here. Let them through.
Now we get to the meat and the potatoes. Bangers and mash, if you will, since we're over in Cardiff, Wales.
Bangers and mash.
Here comes Will Ospreay. He is drinking it in. The fans are going bonkers for Will Ospreay. Literally bonkers. Out comes MJF. And it literally looks like the American flag threw up on MJF. The belt, the suit. I mean, yeah, we get it. You're an American. Will Ospreay goes on what I can only describe as I hit the pub 2 hours before the show started, drank half a keg, came out and cut a promo. I didn't understand a word this man said. The obscured BBC television show that he was talking about, did not even comprehend anything this man said in the entire thing. When MJF finally started speaking, I'm like, thank God, now I can understand exactly.
Really? You didn't understand a word?
Nothing.
No, I have to turn the subtitles.
I think he meant he understands what he's saying. He just doesn't get the context.
Oh no, I didn't understand literally.
Really? I understood everything he was saying. I just didn't get the context of the show.
I mean, I may have taken a vitamin ahead of time.
That
But literally, it sounded like Charlie Brown's parody.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah.
So
That's
MJF, Ospreay says, "Let's greet the great MJF," and they just boo the shit out of him. You know, he talks about how he was being begged by Warner Brothers and Tony Khan to come back earlier than what he should have. And then Ospreay counters with, well, Tony Khan called me up because he said he couldn't rely on his world champ to carry the company, reference to MJF. He talks about Americans. They always win. America wins. And then
Most of the time.
he used to call everybody red coat terrorists. And then we get the slip. MJF is not the cool and collected heel that we have been given access to. We saw a streak of jealousy from MJF, and it was so pitch perfect.
It was an insecure little boy.
Yeah, and then Ospreay asks Tony Schiavone, well, how much is the fine if I go ahead and punch this guy? And he goes, 100,000 pounds sterling, which is like, I don't know, $52 in America. I have no idea the conversion rate.
No, that's a lot of money.
They said afterward it's 127,000 USD.
Yeah.
He says it's worth it. Fuck the fine. He punches MJF. They go at it. Oh, and then security comes in. Damn it, the security. Damn you, security. Canada Dry. Talk about Will Ospreay and try to give me an idea of exactly what this guy says. I have no
Should I wax poetic?
Do it.
All right. Let me get my wax poetic board out. So yeah, this was two promo superheroes out there going one-on-one with each other, and it was a beautiful long ass segment, but it was perfect.
Yeah.
They were really just jawing at each other, and to me, I love seeing the interaction and one-upmanship between them. I love the part where Will Ospreay was talking about feeling, and MJF was talking about facts.
Yeah.
Wrestling isn't based on facts. Wrestling is based on feelings, and if they can make you feel something, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked where Will Ospreay was going with that. And it was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Can I go next?
Sure.
So, as great as this promo battle was, there's only one line in this whole promo that means anything. And it's when MJF says, everything was going great until you showed up. That's what this whole thing is about. MJF and his jealousy and his insecurities. And we've seen it in every other story that MJF tells when he's talking about the quarters and everything, all the insecurities as a kid. And it's such a great story that he's telling that I like this. Like, if you weren't sold on this match, this promo should have done it for you. Yeah. That's how good this was. That's how good that one line was for me.
I'm going crisscross applesauce. Hey, Dollywood, you're next.
So this was amazing. That's not a secret that this was incredible. Yeah, I had to turn on my subtitles. Sober as a judge, I had to turn on the subtitles because I did not know what Homeboy was saying. He made a lot of references that Americans don't get. But then again, I think if I went on television and talked about Duke's mayonnaise, I don't know that maybe me and Joe.
The only reason I know about Duke's mayonnaise is from my Southern friends here on the podcast.
Duke's mayonnaise, no kidding, best mayonnaise ever.
Yeah, we can get it up here.
We're having a Dukes versus Hellman's battle next week here on the AFW network.
I mean, I get Hellman's, but that's because Dukes is unavailable.
Screw everyone. I'm going with the Miracle Whip.
Ew.
Okay, I like Miracle Whip, but that's technically different.
Listen, I haven't got a country song about this.
Yeah.
Because a sandwich ain't a sandwich without that tang and zip. The tang and zip of that Miracle Whip.
Hey, you didn't come up with that. And
I wrote that jingle.
I've heard it before.
Not that way, Dollywood.
No, not in that tone.
Yes, I made it a country song.
Yeah, that key, whatever that key was, I've never heard it before.
Yeah, that's right. I got
not
keys
even
all
with
over the place.
the singing and a picking we had earlier on the show.
I got keys, I got locks, I got everything.
Yeah. Anyway, fantastic segment. I think that even with as wonderful as this is like one of MJF's worst promos, and he fucking killed it.
Yeah.
But Will Ospreay, man, he slaughtered it.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done better than him. And yeah, I don't know if it was the half a keg he had before the match, but no matter what, it was amazing television. Amazing.
Yep.
Does anyone care to watch this show they're talking about? I don't.
I don't even know what the show is called.
It's the
we'll have to ask some of our Brit friends later.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably like from the context of what he was talking, it's probably like British's version of SVU or something like that.
Oh, Lord Ryan Rich.
So I thought that this was really, really good for a couple of different reasons. One is to tie back to what Teddy Bear said. And when it comes to the story, it's like we understand what MJF's motive is. It's always based out of jealousy or insecurity, right? So, like this whole time, we're wondering why is MJF mad at Ospreay, and tonight is the night that he really let the truth slip with that one line that Joseph was talking about. So that I thought was expertly played. As far as the not understanding him, I think basically he was just speaking more freely in his like native accent, but still, and it's just kind of mumbled that way, especially in certain parts of the country. And I just think that it was kind of inside baseball for the people who were there because, how many times are you there? So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of why that was the way it was. But my favorite MJF line was when he got real close to Will and he's like, and by the way, your girl was looking at me in the locker room. The next kid you have isn't going to be yours either. I watched it. I said, this man is the best man on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, woo! That's some heel work. That's master. That's master class. This shit was amazing.
Okay. We go to Renee. She's in the back with Hangman Page. I missed majority of this. I'm assuming he's in the
gauntlet match.
He's in the gauntlet match. All right. Well, anyways, he beats the shit out of
Goes Evil Uno.
Yeah.
So basically, the whole concept of this is Hangman Page saying, "I don't care who you are, don't get in my way in this match."
Yeah.
Because he wants
the
Swerve. World champion.
Yeah.
It's more that he wants Swerve than it's the world championship at the moment. But basically, he pulls Evil Uno in. He's like, who's in this match? And he's like, oh, it's me. So you just see Hangman take a step back slowly, just pick up a chair and just wallop the fuck out of Evil Uno.
So is your Evil Uno still going to be in it, or is he eliminated now?
Oh.
So Evil Uno tonight especially had such a striking resemblance to Mankind.
I thought that too with the tie.
3 times.
Yeah.
He'll be in it 3 times. Watch.
You know what I thought was really weird was Evil Uno's mask. It moved when he spoke.
Yeah.
He looked like that one character from friggin' South Park.
Appearance in
the Canadians.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just know it's a character from South Park.
Let's go to our third match. Is Claudio versus Okada for the Continental Championship. A Continental Championship for a Continental man. Interesting matchup. I thought it was really interesting. Okada wrestled serious. The match was slow. It was methodical, just like it was supposed to be. It was a Japanese match, is what we got. I like that they're sticking to the Continental rules. They're not having any of this. We'll get a time limit draw. Champ retains. Out comes the EVPs. And there's no overtime for this match. That's what they said. Then they start threatening. Claudio about physically removing him from the match because there's another match getting ready to happen right after that. Can the Dry, your thoughts on the third match?
This was a banger. I adored this match. This was, to me, I really enjoyed the Rainmaker in this match. Like, you saw all the best things about the Rainmaker in this thing. I enjoyed Claudio. Like, I liked Claudio. I'm not a big Claudio fan, but I enjoyed Claudio in this match. To me, this was poetry. And I'm excited to see where this goes because it's like, you're not going to get an all-in match with these guys.
Yeah.
Where is it leading? Are they going to be all out? What's going on here? So I'm curious to see where this is going.
Okay. Dolly.
Yeah, this match was so good that I would be so disappointed if there wasn't some kind of Claudio versus Rainmaker feud. I hope that everyone saw this week what I have always seen in King Claudio. It was wonderful. He's the best. And I heard, I don't know which guy, I think it might have been Excalibur that said that the Rainmaker is 6'4" and 240 pounds. First of all, I cannot believe that he's 240 pounds. He must just be pure muscle underneath. And second of all, Jesus Christ, what a monster of a man he is, because Claudio is not small and he just towers over him.
Yep.
I knew that he was big, but my Lord, dude is gigantic. And I really want to see some more of this, some more of the two of them.
Lord Ryan Rich.
I will stand by my hatred of pepperoni nipple Claudio Castagnoli. He's a terrible person. I don't like him. The match was good. I wish it would have been with someone else other than him. And I'm sad to see that he's still getting an opportunity going forward because this will pay off. So,
Yeah.
they said.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
They know what's up, dude. They're like, yeah, Lord Ryan Rich is over here dropping truth bombs.
Let's go to Joe.
Yes, I love this match. Like you said, it's what I wanted to see out of Okada. Like we've seen a lot of goofiness, like a different side, which I've enjoyed, but I also want to see that Japanese badass Okada, and we got to see it tonight.
Yeah.
But hey, TK, quit going time limit draws. You're starting to use this as a crutch, and it's not cool. We just had one on Saturday. I feel like we had one on Wednesday. Like, it's too much.
Yeah.
Stop it. Have definitive winners. Yeah. If this is where the best wrestlers are, where wrestling matters, you gotta have wins and losses.
Yeah, I agree with you. This was a little soon for another.
Honestly, what it feels like is like, oh crap, we booked a match, but we don't want either guy to lose.
Yeah.
Then don't book the match. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I think it was just they just used this.
Sorry,
you could have had a double disqualification. I don't know, double count out. There's other ways to go.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, but they didn't. Anyways, we're going right to our fourth match of the night. It's Darby and FTR versus the Bucks and Jack Perry. Here, a couple of my notes. Right, literally, Claudio and Okada are going after each other, so we know they're going to have a program because they were beating each other up the ramp. Shenanigans abound. Yeah, it was a Joe special. It was a GM Joe special. It was nothing but chaos. I like the sharpshooter trio.
Tiffany Trim is firing you.
Firing me?
No, Rich.
No.
Ain't nobody fired.
I feel like my job is safe and secure.
Yeah, it is. The network guys told us.
Apparently, just like MJF, Warner Brothers Discovery really loves me.
Yeah. I love the sharpshooter trio. Then the Acclaim come out and blah, blah, blah. And then they yada, yada, yada. And yeah. Anyway.
Everyone loves the Acclaim.
Nobody loves the Acclaim. Max Caster needs to get lost at sea. I'm just saying.
Oh, he's the best wrestler alive, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Anthony Bowens, I have no problem with. Max Caster.
Free Anthony Bowens.
Yeah. Canada Draw, your thoughts on the fourth match?
Yeah, it was hard following that great match between Claudio and Okada. Like, this was a hard match to get into after Okada and Claudio. Like, it was an okay match, but I wasn't really into it after that great match.
Yeah.
And then you had the Acclaim come out. Just blah, 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 like.
Yeah. I agree.
I wonder if anyone here likes them. I want to hear what Dollywood has to say.
Yeah, Dolly, hit us 2 times.
As far as the Acclaimed are concerned, I love them. I'm so tired of seeing FTR versus Young Bucks though. And it's getting to the point where I'm tired of seeing FTR, Young Bucks, and the Acclaimed. There are so many other tag teams. Why can't anyone else have a chance? There's room at the table for everybody. And I'm really tired of seeing badass Billy Gunn and his terrible ass tan all over my television screen every week.
All right. Lord Ryan Rich.
Well, quite to the contrary of Canada Dry, I thought this match was refreshing after having to watch pepperoni nipples there. And Jack Perry's title looks so cool to me.
It does.
Like, I
does
love the work that he did on it. I was like, this thing is amazing. Well, hold on. We got someone saying goodnight real quick.
Hey, it's a little
Good
man.
night, sweetness.
Woo!
Oh, baller out, baby.
So I'll make the announcement right now. Next week from Champaign State Farm Center, this gentleman and I will be at Dynamite live, and we will call in live from the venue into the show next week.
That's
To let you
exciting.
know how it was. We're going to call into DAD, and we'll have a special
I
live
thought you were going to say that
from
he's.
Dynamite.
I thought you were going to say he's joining AFW League next year.
That is also a discussion as well, since he just got a phone. So we'll see.
You know what? If he joins, I'll let my son join too because he's wanted to join.
Oh.
We might be starting a juniors division.
Yeah. I know. Dollywood, get your boy
Super
involved.
J-Cup.
I know, my sweet guy. He just picked Orange Cassidy for everything.
He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out.
Oh, you want to say bye?
My
Bye.
sweetness. Sleep tight.
Bye, guys.
Are you eating here? Both here? Okay.
All right, let's go to Joe.
I disagree with Canada Dry as well. I love this match. I thought it was fun. It was a complete contrast of styles from the previous match. And honestly, I know I'm very much in the minority a lot, but I love watching the Bucks wrestle. I think they're fantastic. They're great. I've missed seeing them wrestle. I missed seeing Okada wrestle. I'm glad that we got to see all of the elite for once. It feels like it's been months.
Well, don't get me wrong. I didn't say this was a horrible match.
Right.
No,
It's just
I
a hard
get what you're
transition.
saying. I'm just saying I didn't have that issue of getting into the match.
Yeah, but I guess it's also because I'm a little bit tired, and when you're tired, your focus is harder to get into stuff.
Yeah.
I get that.
I mean, is it a coincidence that the EVP likes the EVPs of AEW?
Nope, no coincidence.
I don't
I
think-
don't know what you're talking about.
There's nepotism.
No biases here, okay?
Well, and honestly, to me, the best parts of the match was the action that was directly the Bucks and FTR going against each other. Like, I thought those were really well put together. But like that initial torpedo drive that Darby did, and then the one that Cash did later on towards the end of the match, those two were ridiculously looking. I was like,
So, tell you what I'm going to do. Since he's my EVP, he's going to make the selection of what we're doing in the flower shop tonight. What are we going to pick? You're going to have to think of that.
Oh gosh. I have no idea because I wasn't even thinking.
Well, now you're going to have to come up with something.
I think it sucks because I don't know what we've done before, so like I can't cross it off the list.
We got comic book characters. We've had favorite toys. But I don't think we've had that.
No.
Favorite? How about this? Well, I can't come up with it now because I gave it to you.
I don't know. I'll think of something.
All right. Well, anyways, we go backstage with Renee. She's in the back with a bloody Will Ospreay. And then Danielson comes out and then proceeds to tell him to do it. Do it. All right. Let's go to the ring.
Now, can we just quickly say this reference to the Tiger Driver 91?
Yes.
Yes. Just make sure that if the people watching the show don't know, that's what it is.
It's in reference to Tiger Driver 91. Not to be confused with Tiger Driver 2001 or the AFW Network's AI Topic Bot 5000.
and there's also a Tiger Driver 93.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a couple different Tiger Drivers.
Yeah, there's multiple variations.
Which is
I
not
have-
to be confused with Tiger Mask.
Yeah. And I'm
Oh,
telling you right now, I will whip out the Tiger Driver
We
3000.
do not whip things out on this show anymore, JFB.
Oh, you're right. Damn it, I forgot. We're monetized.
Yeah, we don't whip things out on this show.
So we go to the ring. Nigel McGuinness is in the ring. He introduces Swerve first.
How about this? Hold on a sec. How about this? Noob has a good selection.
Favorite adult animated shows. Okay.
What do you think about that?
Sure. I ain't got nothing.
Noob came through with us 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
You hitting home runs.
Yeah.
Swerve walking to the ring. This is how you showcase your champion. I think WWE has a problem with that. Nothing against Roman Reigns and nothing against Cody Rhodes and nothing against
Gunther.
There's no swag. There's no cocksuredness that Swerve has. Because regardless of whether Swerve wins or loses Sunday, regardless of whether he loses, this cat is an impeccable world champion. And Tony Khan knows how to showcase his champions.
Well, I don't even know if it's Tony. I think it's Swerve.
I think it's Tony letting Swerve be Swerve.
Yeah, like Swerve is just – this is just Swerve being Swerve.
Yeah.
And, like, the guy is just oozing machismo.
Oh, yeah. They list the murderer's row of everybody that Swerve to become champ and to stay champ. And it is the most impressive list of people he has defeated. Mm-hmm. He talks about crippling Danielson. And I feel like some people will look at it and say he's just repeating it over and over and over again. But each time he talks about it, it's with more conviction. Mm-hmm. They are going to wheel you out in a stretcher. That's how bad I'm going to beat you. Danielson comes out, and then we get the Danielson that we got in WWE for the Yes Movement. I am not going to let anything get in my way to beat Swerve Strickland. Can the Dry go on a beautiful tangent, if you will, about this segment?
Yeah, like I love that it was Nigel McGuinness interviewing. Yeah. I thought it was going to go a different way. I thought it was going to be Swerve and Bryan Danielson in the ring, mm-hmm. But it was just Nigel McGuinness paying tribute to Swerve. Yeah. And I think Swerve deserves it. Like, this guy, like, to me, he's the greatest black champion of all time. I know that's saying a lot, but to me, he's better than all of them.
I think he's really there's been a lot of them. So
there's been a lot of them, but I'm not counting The Rock. Okay, yeah. Obviously not. But to me, Swerve is the best.
I would say he is in my top 5 of champions of all time.
Like, to me, like, I think that this is I talked a bit about this last week, is that this is a win-win main event.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson wins. Swerve's still over.
Yeah.
Swerve wins, and he retired Danielson. He's even more over.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things where it's a win-win situation.
Yeah. Dolly, your thoughts?
Say, I've never made it a secret how I feel about Bryan Danielson. I think that the sun rises and sets out of his asshole. I think that man is God's gift to wrestling.
This is the first time. Is that a T-shirt? The sun rises and sets.
I mean, literally, this is what it looks like from Danielson's backside.
Every time he wakes up. Yes.
He should go to a doctor.
And part of the reason that I feel that way about him is because he is such a giant family man. not only is he an amazing career person, he's also an even better dad and husband and loves his precious children so much. What more could you ask for in a role model or in a human being?
Yeah.
With that being said, I mean, I think that you'd have to be a fool to say that Bryan Danielson's going to win. But like Canada Dry said, nobody loses in this match.
Yeah.
We, as the fans especially, are the winners. Because even though Bryan Danielson for weeks now has gone on, every podcast he can and said, well, Birdie wants me to come home. Birdie wants me to come home. So is that him like telling us, hey, I'm done? Or is that him saying, psych, like she wants me to come home, but fuck them kids? Like
Someone tweeted about Birdie wanting her dad to lose,
Yeah.
and Swerve retweeted, "I got you, Birdie."
Yeah.
I know.
He is a menace.
He's the best, man. I love Swerve so much too. Nobody loses in this match. In this rivalry, nobody loses.
Yeah.
With as much as I want to see Bryan Danielson win everything, I don't think he's got a snowball's chance, and that is okay.
Okay. Lord Ryan Rich.
Yeah, honestly, as far as All In goes, I'm still conflicted on what I think's going to happen. As far as tonight, I thought it was really good, and I just want to take a moment to think about the range that Swerve has done just recently. Like, just before he won the title, he broke into Hangman's house and, like, dang near threatened his child, basically. And, like, just a few short months later, we're all yelling and screaming his name. And then even tonight, he played the role of the heel for Bryan. And, like, he could just do either one, and it doesn't matter because it all feels natural. And so that's a real gift. It was a special exchange, and I'm very anxious to see what happens on Sunday.
Joe.
Okay, so I got a few points. One, Nigel McGuinness is jacked. My God, I have never seen him look so good in like all of his career.
Yeah.
You and Tiff, neither one. Tiff's been going off about him in the comments.
Okay,
I'm
and then
staring Nigel all day.
I know this was advertised as like a face-to-face between Danielson and Swerve.
Yeah.
But the fact that it wasn't made this whole segment just that much better. Like the first 60% is literally just putting Swerve over, which he absolutely deserves. This man has. You think about where he was a year ago, teaming with Christian, losing in a thrown together casket match to Darby and
with his hair sticking out of the
to what he is now. Like, talk about, like, for lack of a better term, a glow up. My God, this man could at this moment can do no wrong. And then
I think this is the biggest rocket I've ever seen in wrestling.
And then, as much as I love this, what happens next gave me goosebumps and got my adrenaline going so much when Danielson comes out and cuts that heartfelt promo. Just, oh God, like I don't even have words to describe how it made me feel. Like it got me, like I turned off the TV to get on here and my heart was pumping and my adrenaline was kicking. Like I am ready. Like I don't care. I want Danielson to win. I will be rooting for him wholeheartedly. I love Swerve, but I want to see Danielson kick his fucking head off.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I know, and I get it. He needs surgery, and as a husband and a father with 2 kids, I absolutely get to going home and being a father.
And that's the beauty of it, because like I would love to see Danielson win that title for a little short run, but I also want to see Swerve continue this run. So like it's a win-win.
Honestly, I would be absolutely fine if they could do a couple things. He can win tomorrow or on Sunday. He could drop it back at All Out.
Yeah.
You know what? He could drop it 2 weeks after that at Arthur Ashe to Darby, and then let Darby and
oh no.
Why?
No, not Darby.
Not Darby.
If anyone's done more for this, he deserves it. Because you know what? You could still tell the same story that you would with Danielson and Swerve as you do with Darby and Swerve. Two boys from that area of the country go in the main event of pay-per-view. You could still do it.
No, Darby's not world title.
They're more
material.
creative than
I hate to
that.
tell you, dude, there's rumors saying they're talking about giving him the title. So you're wrong when you say he's not world title material.
Even if they do it, doesn't mean they're right.
Yeah. But what? So what? You just want to sit here and not give the originals of the company a chance to show what they can do?
Not when they're Sammy Guevara, but
I didn't say Sammy Guevara.
I know. I just had to say that.
He's stuck being ROH tag team champions right now.
Personally, I would love it if Swerve Strickland had another 3-4 months with this title.
He doesn't really like. Would it be nice? Yes, but he doesn't need it. They literally they recapped what he's done as champion, and it's impressive as hell.
Yeah.
Not compared to a lot of the other champions.
Like who?
Other than Samoa Joe. Like he still hasn't had quite the accolades.
Everyone doesn't need to be an 8, 9, 10 a year long reign. That gets very stale and very predictable.
If you're Hangman Page, yes.
I mean, with anyone, because if you realize,
how long was Hangman Page's reign? Was that like?
It was like 7 months or so.
Yeah.
Was that like 4 or 5 months?
It was like 7 months.
Okay.
Okay. Well, guys, we are at the point where we have to unlock the doors to the flower shop. Favorite match, favorite segment, number of bells, and your favorite adult animated show.
And of course, the flower shop is brought to you by adorable Adrian Adonis and his Pro Wrestling Tees shop. You can buy a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees /Adrian Adonis.
Woo! All right, so we're going to go with Dollywood first.
Ooh.
Segment of the night. Oh, look at that sweet face. Oh,
Look, his head's almost as big as mine.
segment of the night is just Osprey. Just Osprey all day. MJF, glad you were there. The match of the night is King Claudio. He does not have pepperoni nipples.
Yes, he does. 100,000,000% pepperoni nipples. Men are
He
not
gets paid.
supposed to have nipples
He gets
that
paid a
large.
pretty penny to
That's
show
right.
him off. So good for him. Good for him and his nipples. Good for him.
Put some nipple covers on there.
Nipple covers.
could you imagine him coming out with tassels that spin?
I want pasties on there immediately. I'm offended.
I'm offended by so much about you and don't have the decency to even say it.
Because
They-
you're a southern
Right.
classy woman.
Yes, I have class, damn it. What was the third thing? So match of the the number of bells.
Yeah.
This was 4.5 bells.
Whoa,
Wow.
you really
Very
like
good.
that.
Very, very good show. And my favorite adult comedy or adult animated show is Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Number one, the G.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever watched an episode.
Oh.
You are missing out, my friend. Do you know? I say
Oh,
this
that's a
about
good
20
ham banana. Mm.
Okay.
Good ham banana.
I say about 20 times a week, ease off the pedal there, Jeff Gordon. Need you so much to watch that show.
R.I.P. Cartoon Network.
All right. Lord Ryan Rich, you're next, my friend.
All right, my segment of the night, I'm going to differ, and I'm going to go with the Britt Baker segment. I like how she broke down Mercedes, and I figure everyone else is probably going to give the other segment love, which it rightfully deserves. But I just thought I'd shine a light on that. My favorite match of the night was
He's thinking of any reason to not say Claudio.
I got two reasons for you.
my favorite match of the night was the 6-man because I like Jack Perry's title. My number of bells for a go-home show, I thought it was pretty decent, so I'm going to give it 4.25. and my favorite adult animated show is South Park.
Okay. Let's go to EVP Joe. Oh,
Okay.
we got the puppy there.
Yeah.
10 bells. 10 bells.
May.
My favorite match is
Damn.
Claudio and Okada.
Yeah.
My favorite segment, it's Danielson. Like, how can it not be? It just got me so hyped. I'm giving this I'm going 4.25 as well. This show was better than I thought it was going to be. Even though it was a go home show, it was pre-taped. I hate pre-taped shows. I think they're usually pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then my favorite adult animated show is going to be one of the first animated shows I watch, and it's called Trigun. Kind of violent. So,
All right.
yeah.
I don't know. The last thing that I Googled because of y'all made me never want to Google again, but I still want to Google. What's it? It's not Tricare. What'd you call it?
Trigun.
Trigun. Okay.
TRI.
Yeah. TRIGUN. Trigun. My turn.
I'm not watching that.
My favorite match was Okada and Claudio. It was good to see Okada wrestle like he used to. Favorite segment, it's Swerve and Danielson. They sold that match. That's the point of a go-home show. The go-home show is to sell you the pay-per-view. And they did it. They did it from start to finish. I didn't like the opening segment. Nothing against Britt. Everything against Monet. Just, I think the crowd saved that segment and kind of kicked it in the drive. I'm going to go 4.75 bells. If you have a heartbeat and you're a wrestling fan, you're ordering this pay-per-view. That's all there is to it. I don't care if there's only 10 people at that stadium. You're going to watch that pay-per-view because it's going to be something special. And my favorite adult animated show is Bob Burgers. I love Bob's Burgers.
Good pick.
Meat Squatch.
Bob's Burgers. That's a good one.
Your turn.
And Bob Barker, come on down with your score.
Bob Barker. Bob Barker?
Yeah.
I love Bob Barker.
I know.
You son of a bitch.
So I'm going to go with
It's James.
oh, no.
That's like my favorite line for any show.
I love all those kids on that show. But I'm going with Claudio and Okada as my favorite match.
Okay.
I'm going with Will Ospreay and MJF as my favorite segment.
Okay.
I'm going with Futurama as my favorite adult animated show because you can bite my shiny metal ass if you don't like it.
White Storm.
Yes, so many good pop culture things in this.
Yeah.
And I am gonna Bob Barker you
I knew you were.
$1 because you guys overrated this show. You guys all overbid.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna go with a simple 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a simple 4.
Okay.
I thought it was a good show.
Yeah.
Good, great hope show.
Okay.
But,
What's our
nothing wrong
combined score? What's our combined score from the judges?
Our average is 4.35.
I believe that's good enough for a gold medal. We're all gold medalists. Screw
And you know what? We got our score in on time. We have our starting value correct.
Yeah.
No issues with judges here, okay?
Okay. Guys, that's the end of the show.
and you know what? I want Dollywood to give the "Just Keep Fighting" speech at the end.
Okay.
You always pick me.
Yeah, well, I don't get you very often, so I'm gonna pick on you.
All right. Well, on behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of Dollywood, on behalf of Lord Ryan Rich, the EVP Joe, I am the JFB.
Ready? All right. All right, friends. There's a lot going on in this world right now. There are a lot of really ugly things that are happening all over the world, not just in America, not just, overseas, not just in Israel and all those places. But no matter what, we have each other. And I think that's a really, really beautiful thing. I know that, if it was the middle of the night and I needed something, I know that I have 4 really great friends here. It's going to take the JFB about 2 weeks to check his Facebook Messenger messages. But that's okay. He'll get back to me eventually. Because the world is a really beautiful place and it's so much more beautiful with all of us in it. So I hope more than anything that no matter what life throws at you, that you just keep fighting.
In it.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.